Welcome, YouTubers. Today, this video is going to be about how to tie a uni knot and rig it to a popping cork rig. I know there's been a lot of videos out here showing the tying the knots and stuff, but this double uni knot is a very strong knot, and it's not so hard to tie as opposed to an FG knot or a Palomar. You know, these knots, this knot here is a very simple knot to tie, and I've been using it for years, and it's never failed me, and the knot has never come apart. If you tie it properly, it won't come apart. So start now. We'll go ahead and show you how to do this and get this thing rigged instead of spending 30 minutes trying to tell you a bunch of BS that you don't really need to know. So what I'm gonna do is show you here. So what I do with I take my leader line, my main line would be this line coming in. I'm using 60-pound test here as an example to show you, but you just use whatever you're going to do. Say if you got 620 Power Pro on this side and you want to tie 20 or 30-pound mono leader on this side, you'd put your mono leader on your left side or whichever, however you come about it, and you'd put your leader line on the other side, and then you tie the knot like this. I lay them together like this, so they're like this horizontally. And I take this tag end right here, and I go around that the horizontal line, and pull it out. I get me enough tag in. This there loop is bothering me, so let's get this loop out of the way if we can. Okay, now I got it here. Got it to here. Got this tag end here out. So what I do with this tag end is I go around the two main lines coming through, make a loop, and go back through the loop. So it makes a loop like that with your first time. But now this is 60-pound test, so I'm only going to go 3 loops through it. So I got the tag in here. It's been through once. I'm going to come around, go through the loop twice, come around, go through the loop 3 times, and you'll have this, my tag in and my fingers over here. So you just pull it tight. Sometimes you can take your fingers and move it up like that, pull it up and make it a little bit bigger, so it looks like that. So now you just take the other side, which would be your leader side, and you do the same thing. You go around it, make your loop. So there's your loop. Since I went 3 times on that side, I'm going to go 3 times on this side. And here's that's one loop. So I'm going to go through, come around, go back through the loop, come around again. It helps. You can pinch that tag in like that with your fingers until you can get a hold of it, and then okay, I'll go through the loop again. That's 3 times, and I'll pull it like I did the other one. Put a little moisture on it, so go to slide. Now I got it looking like that. So that's all there is to it. Now all you do is pull it together, and it cinches itself together like that. And I pull it as tight as I can. Now these tag ends right here, all you do is cut them off close as you want. Closer the better probably, I would imagine, but I'll try to cut it off pretty close so it don't drag. So don't pick up weeds and stuff like that. And then I'll cut off the other tag end here. This line's really unruly because it's been on a roll for so long. Then I cut this off like that. See, you can't hardly pull it off together. But there's your There's your double uni knot. Now that is a strong knot. It's supposed to be the third strongest knot there is. So I've been using it for years and I have had no problems with it. So I would tie, if I was going to tie it, and I had that line to line knot, and I was just going to use a jig. So I tie my line to line knot there. And I'm going to just put a jig on here. And this is my main line. Comes down, here's the knot, here's your lead line. So it comes out right here. So now I want to put a jig on here. So I use this knot, which is a single version of the uni knot. So I take my jig, I run it through the eye, pull it out, and basically do the same thing as you did with the double uni. So you got it like that. So you take and go around it, the main portions of the line like that. Make a loop, just like you made before. It's a loop just like that with one loop through. So now you bring it around the main line, put it through. So you got two loops now. Bring it around one more time. You got the three loops. And it goes like that. There it is. Looks just like the other ones, the other single ones. So all you have to do now is just pull it down, give it a little bit of tension, pull it on it, and there it is. There it is right there. Double uni knot. So all that's left to do, cut off the tag, in, and there you go. You got it. This knot will slip around however it needs to slip when you're casting it, or if you're dropping it straight down, it'll go straight up like that, or if you're casting it, pulling, it'll pull straight like that. So that's all you have to do right there. And there's your leader. So now if you want to, I'll show you how to rig a popping cork up just like this. With this would be your main line coming into your popping cork, and here's your popping cork. This is a popping cork we make. It's called a rattler. I make it out of a heavy duty monofilament slider line. Probably one of the toughest and durable corks you're going to find on the market because it does not have a wire. You can twist it, you can bend it, you can throw it any kind of way you want to throw it, and it comes out just like that, and it comes like that when it's sitting in the water. So your line's tied up here. Your brass weights are down at the bottom, so always remember that your brass weights are at the bottom. I make the corks. I've even done it myself and tied it on the wrong end. So you got to pay attention what's going on. Okay, now I'm going to rig this popping cork, this jig to the popping cork, so you see what it looks like and how it reacts. If you like catching saltwater fish like speckled trout and redfish, sometimes I get snooks on them. I've caught snook on them, but they're a little bit more difficult, it seems. But that's how it works. So all right, now I'm going to show you. I tie this jig like this. I put it through your eye. Put it through the eye. Bring it out. Bring out enough slack. See how I got two lines right there. So I bring this around the main line and go and make a loop like that. Make a loop, and then I bring the tag in around, go through that loop once. It ain't cooperating. Okay, I got it now. I got it to here. So this is what you want. You want it down to, you want it through your eye hook. Have you a little bit of slack there. So so you bring it around and you make a loop like that. So I take this tag in, I go through the loop once, bring it around, go through twice, bring it around, and go through the third time. You want to go at least 3 times, no matter what test line you're using. I usually wet it a little bit and I pull it tight right there and tighten it down, and you wind up with a knot like this and a tag in. So I just take some scissors usually, or a knife or something, cut the tag end off. So you got it rigged. You got the jig rigged like this. This would normally be whatever line you want to put on there. This is a 60-pound test, so I can show you for video purposes, but normally I would put 30 on here, or 20, 25, sometimes 40 if the water's murky, but that's the way that goes. Now, to attach it to the popping cork, most popping corks have weights at the bottom, and this is our version of popping cork. It's called the Rattler. I make this with a heavy-duty monofilament leader, so you don't have a wire in there to get bent and tangles you up. And these corks are virtually tangle-free, man. I've cast them thousands of times, and I might have got tangled up once or twice. And most of the time, if it does get tangled up, you just pop it one time and it straightens up. But okay, all right, back to what we're doing here. You make sure you got your brass end. That's the bottom. You grab your swivel, take your swivel, run your leader line through the swivel at the bottom where the brass beads are, like that. Then you bring it out, bring this tag end out far enough to go underneath. And now you got 2 lines there. I usually go around them, back up, and then it makes a loop like that. That's the first time. That's one loop through that loop. Then it's the second time I put the tag in through the loop, and you go through 3 times. With line 30 pounds or above, you can use 3 loops, but a minimum of 3 loops. On lines like 620 or smaller diameter lines, you have to probably put 4 or 5 loops in there to prevent it from slipping. Okay, so it don't slip out. Okay, now I just wet it a little bit and pull it down. Boop, there it goes. Pull as tight as you want, high as you can get it. And cut the tag end off like that with a pair of scissors. That's all you need to do. Now there's your popping cork rig. If you go saltwater fishing, you can use this rig like this for just about every kind of fish there is. I normally make this leader line about 2 foot long, whatever I'm using. 30-pound test, 25, 40. I make it about 2 foot long. But I've even caught them with short leaders like this. This is only about a 16-inch leader maybe, but it works. What happens, you cast it out, it lands, and the brass weights pull it down like that. So when you work the popping cork with a short jerk, it goes, and it splashes on the surface. You do it again. So then what happens is when you jerk it, this bait goes, and then you jerk it again, it goes. Makes it look like a fish. It's having trouble, or a shrimp or something, and it does like that. And you just keep working it back to the boat, same way. It hops, it hops, it hops, and that's the principle of it. I've caught slews of speckled trout with this rig, redfish, and snook too. It's just amazing. Amazing rig. So that's all I had to give you on this video. If you like it, subscribe. Subscribing to this channel helps us a lot. So we'll see you on the next video, okay? Stay tuned with us. Bye.